Hey YouTube. So, I wanted to talk more on the subject of tulpas because I just said that name wrong, didn't I? TULPA. I don't know how it's correctly pronounced. I wanted to talk more on the subject because I didn't really get to talk about it much last time. So, yeah. Because my friend was here and we just got off topic a whole bunch of times. But we had fun. That's all that matters, right? Man, I'm talking about it a lot. And this is, saying a lot coming from an amateur who just learned about tulpas not that long ago. And I am going to drive you guys crazy because I'm probably going to pronounce it wrong 1,000 times. TULPA, right? TULPA? I don't know. I'm gonna be safe and say it's pronounced TULPA. I don't know. I'm probably pronouncing this wrong and I apologize if I am. But, let's just get on topic. I already was on topic. Pretty much what a tulpa is, I don't know. What it is it's like an imaginary friend except different. This is where you're probably asking yourself, Angelica, what on earth do you mean? Well, I will tell you what I mean. They have their own personalities, their own, almost like, it's not you. It's something completely on its own. It has its own personality, it has its own mindset, the way it thinks, it has its own likes, dislikes, etc., etc. You can pretty much decide the way they look and the way they act to some extent. A lot of it comes from the tulpa itself. I had to think about that to make sure I still don't know if I'm pronouncing it wrong or not. Most of it comes from the tulpa itself creating its own, the way it wants to be, but it's something that will pretty much, unless you are a big mean person that just doesn't like other things and destroys it, it'll pretty much be there throughout your whole life. And I've heard some cases where tulpas can pretty much be jerks, but it's not, as far as I know, it's not very likely. Most of the time, unless you are a jerk yourself, the tulpa is completely harmless and it'll be your friend and it'll be nice and all that stuff. But that's just what I've heard. I've went on the chat room for the tulpas. I'm going to try and put a link in the description of the actual website, and then you can go to the chat room through that if you guys want to check that out. I'm sorry, I'm shaking my camera. So yeah. And when you're first starting out, it's mostly creating. I say creating. It's, I believe the term for it is tulpa forcing, where you pretty much, when you're first starting out, it's active forcing, to where you have to really connect with the tulpa that you're creating. I say creating. That's probably not the correct term. it you talk to it, of course, not out loud. Nobody needs to hear that. Unless you want to talk to it out loud and just don't give two flips of a pancake what other people think, then good for you. But yeah, you pretty much start out talking to it either in your mind or out loud, depending on what you want to do. Then it grows into where I believe this is like the order it goes in. It may go in a different order, I don't know. Where you hear its voice, you see it in your mind's eye, then you can actually have like almost in a state of hypnosis, but you can still like move around and stuff like that, where you can see it, like actually physically see it, and then it gets to the point where you can like hold its hand, or I'm not going into that. I'll let you use your imaginations. That's not the reason why I want to create a tulpa. I just want someone to talk to while my sister is in college that I can talk to about anything. Because my sister's not always going to be in the house. And my little brother is just one, he doesn't really talk much. It's not that he can't talk, you know what, it doesn't matter. But yeah, it's just be nice to have someone to talk to. So I'm gonna leave the video with that. If you guys want to know more, ask me a few questions. I may or may not be able to answer them. Like I said, I am an amateur when it comes to this. But for now, that's pretty much it. Like, comment, subscribe. And yeah, bye.